Hi, my name is Amanda Pruitt, and I am a student in the ABE170 class with Dr. Poe at the University of Arizona. This video is about the ancient civilization of Sumer, which began around the year 3500 BC in the area of the Fertile Crescent called Mesopotamia. This picture shows the range of the Sumerian cities. Sumer is known as the world's first civilization because of the people's transition from a nomadic lifestyle to a more sedentary lifestyle with permanent dwellings. Agriculture was the main staple of the Sumerians, who developed irrigation systems and canals to sustain their crops. At this point in time, humans had domesticated animals and began using them for both their meat and their power for labor. This drawing demonstrates how they used their irrigation systems and canals, and also depicts workers with their newly developed farming tools. The rivers surrounding Mesopotamia were also used by the Sumerians to develop a trade system with nearby cities. As part of their agriculture, the Sumerians grew many types of crops. Apples, grapes, barley, and figs were among some of the main crops grown during this time. Sumerian religion revolved around polytheistic, anthropomorphic gods whom the people honored with huge structures like the ziggurat pictured here. A temple was erected at the top of the ziggurats in order to be closer to the heavens. Even today, these ancient ziggurats are still standing in present-day Iraq and Iran. This religion was more pessimistic than religions today, with no belief in an afterlife for the soul. The first system of writing was also developed in the time of the Sumerians. Called cuneiform, this type of writing consisted of marks made with reeds into wet clay tablets like the one shown. This clay tablet shows an example of the style of symbols used in cuneiform. The famous literary work of the Sumerians is the Epic of Gilgamesh, a legend about the brave king's journey through hardships and the wrath of the gods to become a better king. Though first developed as an oral poem, the novel was eventually recorded using cuneiform tablets. As time went on, cuneiform evolved from pictograms to phonograms. This chart shows how the first symbols were simple pictures of the words they stood for, followed by their transition into the more intricate phonograms that replaced them. As cities grew and boundaries expanded, fights broke out between neighboring areas. The wheel was utilized by the Sumerians in multiple ways, especially in the time of war. This image depicts how they used the wheel to create a horse-drawn war chariot for use in battles. Walls were also built around cities to protect them from outsiders. Art in the time of the Sumerians began to emerge, especially in the shape of jewelry. This gold headdress with lapis lazuli came from the ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia. This type of jewelry was most likely worn by royalty. Painting was another form of art created by the Sumerians. Most of their paintings depicted the gods or figures that they worshipped. The bull was seen as a sacred and godlike creature, so figures like this human-headed bull were very popular in artwork. Finally, with the rise of the Akkadians under the Emperor Sargon, Sumer came to an end. In the year 2350 BC, Sargon began his invasion of the world's first civilization and swiftly conquered the Sumerian people, incorporating them into his own empire.